Ooh, it's time for some power theorems. They're so powerful. They get their own name. I don't know. Actually, I don't know why they're called power theorems. I should look that up. All righty, anyways, given circle A, we want to solve for x. So what we have here is we have a secant line and we have a tangent, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I know that the outside part, that's going to be 6, multiplied by the entire, which would be this entire part here, is going to be 6 plus x plus 1. That is going to equal the tangent part squared. Basically the outside part times the entire thing, which ends up being the outside part as well. So we can just go ahead and square that portion. All right, didn't mean to erase that entire thing. There we go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and solve this thing. Well, I'm going to have 6 times 7 plus x equals 64. Then I can go ahead and distribute. I'm going to get 42 plus 6x equals 64. And if I subtract 42, I'm going to have 6x equals 22. And then I can go ahead and divide by 6 to finish solving for x. So I will have x equals, looks like those are both divisible by 2, making it 11 over 3. Final answer. That was pretty darn cool, wasn't it? That was pretty darn cool. I think we got time for one more, maybe even 2 more in this one. We'll just do all power theorems here. All right, we have circle A, once again, solve for x. So here I actually have some secant action going on, as well as within here, we got some chord action going on. And if I want to solve for x, I'm going to need this piece right here. So I'm going to go ahead and call that segment right there. We'll call that y, okay, since it doesn't have a value yet. Now I can use my chord power theorem, which is the part times part equals part times part. So each part of the chord multiplied together equals the other chord's parts multiplied together. So I'm going to have 24 equals 3y. It's a weird 3. And then I can divide by 3, and I'll get y equals 8. Lovely. So why don't I go ahead and replace that? That'll be an 8 for now. Next up, I'm going to use my secant formula, which is the outside part, so 3, multiplied by the entire, which is 3 plus 8 plus 3, 3 plus 8 plus 3, equals, and the outside part, which is 2, multiplied by the entire thing, which is 2 plus x. Whew, we are set up for success. All right, so we have 3 multiplied by, that's going to be 14, equals, and then I'd have 4 plus 2x. Okay, that's good stuff. So what's 3 times 14? That would be, well, 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 4 is 12, so 42. If I add those two together, equals 4 plus 2x. Subtract 4, and I get 38 equals 2x. And then lastly, I will divide by 2, and I get x equals 19. Quick check back. That is what I was asked for, right? I was asked to solve for x. 19 will be my answer. All right, we got time for uno mas. Uno mas. Let's do it. Given circle A, solve for x. Okay, so with this one, we have our secant, excuse me, I was almost thinking about the angles. So I'm going to have the outside part, 6, multiplied by the entire thing, which is 6 plus 8, equals the outside part, which is x, multiplied by the entire thing, which is x plus 5. Okay. So now I have 6 times 14, and I have x squared plus 5x. So 6 times 14, that's going to be 84, equals x squared plus 5x. Let's double check that. 6 times 10 is 60. 6 times 4 is 24. 60 plus 24 is 84. That's mental math, baby. That's mental math. Okay, so now I need to set this thing equal to 0. So I'll subtract 84. And why am I setting it equal to 0? Well, it is a quadratic. So you need to set it equal to 0 and hopefully factor, not have to do quadratic formula, and solve. Okay, so I got 0 equals, and what multiplies to negative 84 and adds to 5? Well, that would be positive 12, and negative 7 would multiply to negative 84 and add to positive 5. So now when I solve this, I'll get x equals a negative 12 and x equals 7. Will both of them work? One of them work? None of them work? Well, since x is the length, it has to be positive. It will not able to be blah, blah, blah. We cannot have a negative for this one because that negative would be a length. No bueno. All right, so just 7 for that one. That was awesome. 3 problems in under 5 minutes. America, freedom, rock and roll, Costco, River Dog, Jenny on the gram. And of course, when applicable, yo, row, deuces, guys.